Alright, in this tutorial we're going to be showing you how to create 3D text inside of After Effects without any plugins, and we're going to be using the advanced 3D renderer to do this. So I'm just going to take you through a quick step-by-step process, and you can do this with many things. You're also going to learn how to create a shadow catcher and how to use the environment light, and you can use HDRIs with this. But like I said, let's get straight into this and show you exactly how this is done. So the first thing we did was 3D track our scene. This is a bit redundant, so I'm not going to show you guys the whole entire process with that, but on the first frame I found some markers. I think these ones maybe over here will work really good. So we're going to create a solid and a camera, and we're just going to scrub the timeline. You can see this is stuck pretty well where you want it to be, but I feel like for where I'm going to have it moving, it's a bit too close, so we're just going to pull this back to maybe something around over here, and that should work for now. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is add some text. We're going to click the T up here, and we're going to just type anything. We're going to just put 3D track for sake of this tutorial. Then we're going to go down to this box right here and click 3D. And then we're just going to hit this track solid, press P on it, and we're just going to copy the position, and we're just going to paste that on the 3D track for the letters over here. And that's just going to center it where we want it to be inside of the composition. Now I'm just pressing V to go back to the point tool over here, and if it's a little too small, as you can see, we're just going to click this, hit S, and we're going to scale this up so we can make it a lot bigger inside of the scene. And now if we scrub through, you can see we have this perfectly 3D tracked inside of the scene. So the next thing we're going to do is go into these track settings. We're going to drop this arrow down over here, and we're going to go to geometry options. And then we're going to ignore all of this stuff, and we're going to go to extrusion depth over here, and let's make it something like 20. And as you can see, if we zoom in over here, it adds a whole bunch of depth inside where the bevel would be typically, and that's how you create 3D letters out of nothing inside of After Effects. That's a pretty cool trick. As you can see, it's kind of tilted backwards, so we can use the X rotation over here, and we can just pull it up slightly just to make sure it's more leveled out with the floor inside of the footage. So maybe something like this, but yeah, just take your time and play with that until you find what works. And again, if I scrub it, you can see it's working pretty well, so I'm pretty happy with that right now. So the next thing we're going to do is add a light over here. I just right clicked the empty part of this box and go to new, and we're going to add a light right here, and we're just going to make sure that's on environment light instead of any of these other options, and make sure you click cast shadows on it and press OK. Now if we turn this on and off, you can see that it's adding light inside the scene. The issue that we're having is that typically if there was light emitted inside this scene, you would have that actually cast on the floor. So I'm going to show you how we can do that. Sometimes staying organized is really important, so we're just going to name this shadow catcher at the bottom here. And if you're going to make this a shadow catcher, it needs to actually be scaled bigger than this scene, because the shadow would actually be pushed out if it wasn't on this part. So we're just going to press S over here, and we're just going to scale this and make this a lot bigger. So as you can see, it's casting a shadow on the footage, but I can also see that it's not aligned with the actual letters inside the scene. So we're just going to rotate this a bit to try and get it on point, maybe something like that. And then we're going to pull it down a tad bit, maybe something like this. We drop it down a bit more, and I think something around over here looks pretty good. And we want to get rid of the orange inside the footage. We're just going to scale this out a tad bit more. So the way we're going to do this is by clicking this drop down menu over here, go to material options over here, and where it says accept shadows, click it twice or till it says only, and that's going to make it all disappear, and it's only going to show the shadows left over inside the footage. And you can play around with the ambient, diffuse, and the shadow color and stuff if you really want to play around with it. So for instance, we can click somewhere inside the scene, and it's going to adjust the shadow to be that color specifically. And if you really want to control how intense it is, you can also play with the intensity of the light over here. And you could play with the shadow color over here, for instance. So if you find you wanted to blend it more within your scene, you can play with the colors, like I said, over here, and find something that you feel like might work a bit better. So just figure out how you want to blend that in with the footage inside your scene. If I go here and I disable the shadow catcher underneath, you can see the difference that's making. That's just really what ties it in and makes it look a lot more realistic inside of your footage. Thing too is if you go into your environment light here and you go to the transform settings, you can rotate this light to get the shadow the way you want it to. So if I play with the rotation of the Y, for instance, you can see that it's moving the shadow in the direction that we want it to. So I'm going to reverse it because the light's coming from the right hand side over here, and as you can see, the shadow is casting in the direction that the light would be coming from, and that's kind of what you want a little more. And then, like I said, the X rotation you can play with. And the other way that you can control lighting is by importing HDRIs, and there's many websites you can get these kind of things on. They're all over online. I'll put some links to that down below. But you would just drag this into the composition, disable it, and then under light options over here, when you drop down the menu where it says default, you can just click that HDRI now, and that will be used as a reference to light the scene. So in case you're trying to get a certain mood or something for your scene, this is a great way to do it. But for what I'm doing, I'm going with default, so I'm not really worried about that too much. And when you're in advanced 3D, the tricky part sometimes is that you can't actually add effects to the actual text inside the scene. So there is a way around this that I usually do to get around it. And the best way to do this is to highlight all of these. We're going to pre-compose it. We're just going to name this text, and then we're going to press OK. And from here, you can do things like adjusting the levels and whatnot, just so that you can get it to match your footage. Remember, this is log footage, so yours might be a lot different, so don't follow exactly what I'm doing. I'm just going to play with this until I find something that kind of blends in a bit better. So I'm just trying to wash out those blacks a bit. I'm going to pull down the whites until it matches something into this scene, because not everything is bright, and like I said, it's a lot more washed out. And these mid-tones, just making sure that it's not too contrasty. And clearly this is more of like a sundown shot, so I'm just going to go to something like Lumetri Color. We're going to go to Basic Correction over here, and we're going to go to Temperature, and we're just going to warm this up until we find something. And we're just going to warm this up until we find something that matches a little better with this scene. Maybe that's too much, maybe put to like 3 or something. It's going to save that. And if you feel like the shadows aren't dark enough after doing something like this, you know, you can always go back to the environment light over here, and I can go to the lighting options, and I can just turn up the shadow darkness, for instance. If I go back into this comp over here, you're going to see that the shadows get a lot darker inside the scene. So this is really subjective, depends on what you're trying to do. But yeah, that's how you create a 3D text inside of After Effects with no plugins. I hope this helps you guys out. Many other things that you can do with this, but I just want to make this basic and as easy for you guys to understand, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.